All right, we are back now here at the KFYR Plus News Desk. I am hoping that Heather is there. I see that she's checked in, but I don't know if she's got there. There she is. Okay, well, we are back now at the desk, and today we're speaking with Heather Pesky, president of the National Council on Teacher Quality, about new data revealing the most American teachers that are lacking access to paid parental leave, an issue affecting retention, family stability, and student outcomes nationwide. Heather, welcome to the news desk this morning. Thank you for your time today.
Thank you so much for having me.
So, Heather, your report calls this a disconnect between the teachers' needs and the state policy. What surprised you most about the data, and what should people understand about this impact on real classrooms?
Well, what we know is that most states across the nation, including North Dakota, don't give teachers access to guaranteed paid parental leave. The thing that surprised me about that is a lot of people don't know that. And when we tell people most teachers don't get access to paid parental leave, they want to know, well, what do teachers do? And what it means is that teachers have to do things like hoard their sick days or try to time their pregnancies to have their babies in the summer. We're just asking teachers to make really difficult choices if they want to have their own children.
And so how does the absence of paid parental leave contribute to teacher shortages and burnout or even mid-year turnover?
Well, we know how much teachers invest and how much time they spend on our own children, on their students. And what it means is that when teachers have to consider whether they can afford to be able to have their own children, it often means that we lose teachers from the workforce. We know in North Dakota that about 500 teachers leave the profession each year, explaining that they leave for personal reasons, some of which are because they don't have access to paid parental leave. So really, if we could invest in teachers, we would actually be investing in our own students and in schools and in keeping great teachers in those schools.
And what does the instability mean for student learning, especially in early grades where consistency is very, very important?
Well, we all know, especially if you're a parent like me, how important teachers are for students and for children. Children love their teachers and families love those teachers. And when they leave or when there's a consistent revolving door of teachers, it's really difficult for kids and it's really difficult for families and it's difficult for other teachers. In fact, we know it costs about $25,000 to replace a teacher when they leave the classroom. So it's really costly for students and it's costly for our system.
And your data highlights the importance, including fathers, adoptive parents, and non-birthing parents. How does inclusive leave policy strengthen the teacher workforce?
Yes, well, inclusive leave policy, meaning providing paid parental leave for all parents, adoptive parents, foster parents. Inclusive leave policy means that more teachers are likely to be attracted to the profession and they're more likely to stay in classrooms. So ultimately, providing paid parental leave for all parents is good for families and it's good for our schools and our classrooms.
And what message do you think current policies send to teachers about how they're valued?
Oh gosh, I think right now, if in many states we're telling teachers that they need to figure it out themselves when it comes to their own families and their own children. And this devalues them. It sends a signal that we don't care about them as people and about parents. And ultimately, it's really bad for teachers and it's also really bad for families.
What does an ideal modern parental leave system for teachers look like, Heather?
We're advocating for three things. First, fully paid parental leave for 12 full weeks. Second, states supporting districts by paying the cost of substitute teachers. And third, making sure that all parents are included in paid parental leave so that all teachers, whether they're their fathers who also are teachers, have access to paid parental leave to be with their own children when they have their own children at home.
And where can viewers go to learn more and read the full NCTQ report?
They can look at our website on the National Council on Teacher Quality, and our website is nctq.org.
All right. Thank you, Heather, for your insights. Supporting teachers with strong parental leave policies not only strengthen classrooms, but it also strengthens families and the futures of our schools. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, 21 minutes now past the hour. Let's take a break here at the news desk. We'll be right back on KFYR Plus.